The Calvert County, Maryland Commissioner's Reports is a headline news podcast brought to you in part by the Department of Communications and Media Relations. Commissioner's Reports is a summary of the agenda and outcomes of Board of County Commissioner meetings, related public information, and events. Hello, and welcome to Commissioner's Reports. I'm your host, Kevin G. Schmidt. In this week's Board of County Commissioner meeting, public service announcements. Condolences were shared for the loss of Tommy Brady, the first fire chief at the Huntingtown Volunteer Fire Department, and for Anthony DiStefano, vice chair of the Economic Development Advisory Commission. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In the United States, approximately 225,000 women a year are diagnosed with breast cancer, and approximately 42,000 women a year die from this disease. October 13th, 2023, marked the 248th birthday of the U.S. Navy. The Continental Congress established what is now the U.S. Navy on October 13th, 1775, with, quote, a swift sailing vessel to carry 10 carriage guns and a proportional number of swivels, with 80 men be fitted with all possible dispatch for a cruise of 3 months, end quote. Convene as the Board of Health. Department of Community Resources request to convene as the Board of Health. Dr. Michelle Folsom, Supervisor of Community Health, provided a presentation on current health trends and related factors and resources. Health trends of concern include influenza, RSV, COVID, diabetes and obesity, and vaping and tobacco. Public hearing. Department of Community Resources, American Rescue Plan, Older Americans Act, Title III funding. The Maryland Department of Aging awarded the Office on Aging $289,940 to support nutrition, national family caregivers, supportive services, and preventative health. After discussion, the BOCC closed the record, accepting the grant award, and approved and enacted the budget adjustment. Department of Community Resources, Community Development Block Grant Budget Amendment for renovations to 85 Main Street, Prince Frederick. In May 2023, the Department of Community Resources coordinated an application for additional Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, funding from the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development, DHCD, for the renovation of 85 Main Street, Prince Frederick, as an emergency weather shelter and homeless services day program. DHCD has awarded the Department of Community Resources $574,318 in grant funding, and a budget adjustment is needed to complete the design and construction. After discussion, the BOCC closed the record, and staff will return in 10 days to request approval and adoption of the budget adjustment. Department of Parks and Recreation, budget adjustment for the Edward T. Hall Aquatic Center roof and HVAC replacement. Due to the age and increased demand on the HVAC at the Edward T. Hall Aquatic Center system, it has become inefficient and prone to frequent breakdowns. The existing roof of the aquatic facility is showing signs of significant damage, including leaks, cracks, and deterioration in the operation of the roof panels. Immediate action is necessary to prevent further deterioration and to maintain the structural integrity of the building. To begin the process of design and construction preparation for the roof and HVAC at the Aquatic Center, a funding source of $1.25 million is required in fiscal year 2024. The total project cost is estimated at $8,500,000 based on a feasibility study and cost analysis of the HVAC system and pricing for the roof replacement. Further funding requirements will be proposed in future budget cycles. After discussion, the BOCC closed the record, and staff will return after 10 days to request approval and adoption of the budget amendment. Proclamations. 2023 Government Experience Project Award recognition. Calvert County Government has been awarded the 2023 Government Experience Project Award for its remarkable achievement in the implementation and configuration of the Encompass online portal, a comprehensive digital land management system. The Encompass portal has enabled online permit application processing to be reduced from 62 days to less than 26 days by integrating electronic submission, validation, document management, payments, geospatial data, responsive design, and analytics. It has improved efficiency, accessibility, and customer satisfaction. White Cane Awareness Day. The white cane, which every blind person has the right to carry, demonstrates and symbolizes the ability to achieve a full and independent life. The white cane aids the blind, allowing them to fully participate in and contribute to our society and move freely and safely from place to place. Every citizen should be aware that the law requires that motorists and cyclists exercise appropriate caution when approaching anyone carrying a white cane. Maryland law also calls upon employers, both public and private, to be aware of and utilize the employment skills of our blind citizens by recognizing their worth as individuals and their productive capacities. The BOCC proclaim October 15, 2023 be known as White Cane Awareness Day in Calvert County. Award: Employee Recognition Committee 2023 September Employee of the Month. The Employee of the Month Award acknowledges individual excellence for superior job performance and/or special individual efforts that go above and beyond the employee's normal work duties. The ERC is pleased to announce that Harry Brown, golf course mechanic with the Department of Parks and Recreation, was selected as the September 2023 Employee of the Month. Employee Recognition Committee Pride and Quality Award. The Pride and Quality Award acknowledges extraordinary job performance that results in greater efficiencies, extraordinary public service, and/or positive impact on the public perception of government. The ERC is pleased to announce that Victoria Boschert, Recreation Coordinator with the Department of Parks and Recreation, was selected to receive the Pride and Quality Award for winning a grant and representing Calvert County at the annual 2023 National Recreation and Parks Association Conference in Dallas, Texas. Consent: Department of Planning and Zoning, Maryland Department of Emergency Management Subaward Agreement, $25,000 grant to update the Calvert County Flood Mitigation Plan, FMP. An updated FMP better protects Calvert County property and residents from flood hazards and can reduce flood insurance rates. This consent agenda item was adopted as presented. Work session: Department of Human Resources, Personnel Chapter 86 Code Amendments, Part 2, Human Resource Administration. The Department of Human Resources is moving forward with a comprehensive review of the Personnel Chapter 86 of the County Code. Our goal for this review is to simplify, deconflict, update, and render best practices to our existing personnel policies. The informational presentation was to discuss the proposed amendments of Part 2 of the Human Resource Administration and seek any BOCC feedback and policy. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the Calvert County Board of County Commissioners is October 24th, 2023 at 10 a.m. In other Calvert County local news and events, Planning and Zoning invites public feedback on zoning approvals, variances, appeals, nonconformities, and enforcement. The Calvert County Department of Planning and Zoning invites county residents to participate in the Calvert County Zoning Ordinance Update process. Citizens are invited to participate through public comment, a public forum, and observing work sessions and meetings to have a voice in shaping local development and land use policies and actively contribute to the well-being and future of our community. The next phase of events will receive and consider feedback and recommendations from residents on the following articles. Article 30, Zoning Approvals, Variances, and Appeals, which provides regulations outlining the criteria and procedures for obtaining zoning approvals, and provides guidance on when and how variances, exceptions, or appeals can be sought in cases where property owners have extraordinary circumstances or conditions on the property that may warrant a waiver or reduced requirement from the standard zoning ordinance regulations. This ordinance plays a crucial role in maintaining orderly and sustainable development, while also allowing for flexibility in unique situations to address individual property needs or community concerns. Article 32, Nonconformities, establishes rules and provisions for properties or land uses that do not conform to the current zoning regulations. Nonconformities typically arise when changes in zoning laws occur and existing properties or uses no longer comply with the updated standards. This article outlines the rights and restrictions of non-conforming structures, uses, site elements and signs, providing guidance on issues such as expansion, maintenance, and alterations. It strikes a balance between the need for evolving zoning standards and the preservation of existing properties and uses that were legally established before zoning changes. Article 33, Enforcement, defines the process and mechanisms by which local authorities ensure compliance with zoning laws and regulations. This ordinance outlines the roles and responsibilities of zoning enforcement officials, procedures for investigating violations, and the range of penalties or corrective actions that can be taken. The ordinance aims to maintain the integrity of zoning regulations, uphold community standards, and promote orderly and harmonious land use within a given jurisdiction. The public comment period is open now through Friday, November 3rd. Comments may be submitted by email to zoupdate@calvertcountymd.gov or by mail to ZO Update, 205 Main Street, Prince Frederick, Maryland, 20678. A public forum will be held Thursday, October 26th at 7 p.m. at the Harriet E. Brown Community Center, located at 901 Dares Beach Road, Prince Frederick. Doors open at 6 p.m. During the forum with zoning staff, members of the public will have the opportunity to ask questions. The public may attend in person or virtually through Zoom by calling 888-475-4499. Enter meeting ID 870-4870-1285, and the passcode is the #. That concludes our broadcast. The Calvert County, Maryland Commissioner's Reports is a headline news podcast. Stay current with other news in Calvert County by following and liking the Calvert County government's Facebook page at facebook.com/Calvert County MD, on Instagram at Calvert Broadcast, on YouTube, youtube.com/Calvert County Gov, and our official website, www.calvertcountymd.gov. Thank you.